If you want to get a very fancy laptop, then you have to sacrifice very fancy cats.
Right, exactly.
And as
Exactly.
we discover more and more about what cats to sacrifice to get what on the computer, we can make better and better computers. And then we can breed the cats so they're even more perfect for the sacrifice.
Until eventually one just gives up a litter of laptops.
Yes, exactly.
And then you make the laptops breed to make the next wave in technology.
I'm assuming it'll be like computer eyeballs that you can take out your own eyeball and put in this new one, and you can still see out of it, but you can also like activate it by like pressing the side of your head or something, and all of a sudden you're connected to the cloud.
This is what I always like to talk about when we were discussing cyborgs. So let's say they make cyborg technology, right?
Hmm.
And just like there are all those Mac fans who rush out and buy every new Mac product, there's like a whole horde of people who want to get the very first cyborg attachments. They get their eyes taken out, have robot eyes put in. They get like robot limbs. And then 6 months later, they're obsolete. And the interface has changed, so there's no way they can upgrade. Do you have an idea how much it would suck to be perpetually an Atari living in like an Xbox world?
Why wouldn't they be able to upgrade their cybernetic limbs?
Because let's say I said the interface has changed. Like their first generation, they like install some sort of like USB plug into the back of the retina, and that's how you install the eye. But then 5 years down the line, they got super special micro wires that they have to insert into you, and then eventually grows into the skin over the course of like 6 months or whatever.
And they can't have this done?
Because it's already sealed up with metal. They got their special USB jacks wedged in there.
Oh, they can't take out the USB jacks?
We're saying for the hypothetical purposes of this
Oh,
discussion,
okay.
yeah. Or let's say even that it's something they have to done in utero to really
Oh,
interface with the technology.
babies. Okay, so like as the cyborg comes out of the mother, it is the best and
We won't
most
call them mothers. We'll call
technology,
them
but
assembly plants.
in the assembly plants. But the next day, the next baby that comes out is going to be even better than the baby that came out the day before,
Exactly.
constantly taken over by the next generation that was born only yesterday.
And then
That's
they'll rule
terrible.
for 24 hours before they're taken over. There'll be no end to it.
And eventually, it just doesn't matter. After a week, there's no point to you living anymore. So then you retire.
I don't know. I assume that the machines would like burn us for fuel.
Wait, I thought we were the machines.
Well, yeah, but not you and me. We're still flesh and blood. We're talking about the next generation that are fully integrated into the machine world. We'd be
So the next
subservient.
generation are cyborgs.
Well, no, we could be cyborgs like we. Okay, we're cyborgs in the sense that we can graft a toaster to our chest. These will be kids that were, fitted with nanobot technology in the womb, so that they're just born with toasters coming out of, I don't know, their thighs.
Everywhere.
Exactly, toasters everywhere.
Want your shit toasted? You come to me.
Mm-hmm. It's like the cutie mark. They were just born to toast.
So they have toasters on their hips.
Right, and then
I
one.
imagine, like, okay, I imagine it'd actually be kind of like interesting if you were like a waiter bot
Ooh.
and like you have like the generic really big hips
Mm-hmm.
and bitty waist, and like each hip has like two slots in it, and as the waiter bot walks like slinks back and forth, toast pops out each time, like a step, and like it's catapulted into whoever wants the toast.
And we followed around by like bread maker bots.
Yes, exactly. Like in the rest of the leg is like the entire assembly to make bread, and like her feet have like the yeast and everything, and she can absorb like the ingredients through her the bottom of her feet, which are like connected to a bread machine in the back
Right.
by cables. She wouldn't really need to walk anymore though, which is the problem, I suppose.
She could just get a specialized wheelchair. She could scoot around.
Hmm. Oh, that's true. But then what's the point of her slinking and every step she takes, like the toast pops out?
Okay,
Maybe the toasters are just in her hips and she can stick them in there, and then when they're ready, they're ready.
could be. I mean, maybe she could walk, but it would eat up additional battery life.
Hmm.
Like maybe she could walk, but burn through the battery quicker.
Oh, to make toast?
Yeah, you'd have to sleep in like recharge stations in this world.
That's true.
Do you want to wrap up by helping me sign out then?
Well, how do we sign out?
Well,
What do we even do with that?
I suppose one of us would say, I am da 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 da, this is da 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 da, and thank you for listening to.
All right, I'm Tyler Henry,
And I'm Stephen Collier.
and this has been FM Live.
And then there's the awkward pause. All right.
We don't thank you for listening. Go away. This is private.